Man, these videos keep cutting off. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. My videos keep getting attacked, but I'll try to do this again. If it cuts off, people, I don't know what to say. I'm doing the best that I can. But for some reason, I just keep having I just keep having these difficulties with these videos. So let's try it again. Yeah, it is wild. It's like they don't want me on here. But what can I say? I've been trying to get on YouTube. I've been having issues with YouTube. We're trying to get set up. So I'll be set up with that pretty soon. But anyway, there's a precession. This just shows the precession of the earth and what is going on with the pole, because you have to consider the pole, where the pole is in relation to the earth, right? Because as the earth is moving and is going in an easterly direction, the pole is moving in a westerly direction. And the pole moves 1 degree every 72 years. Right? That's interesting information to note. And the word more means the navigators of the 7 seas guided by the North Pole star. Which North Pole star is it talking about? Well, it's talking about the one that we're guided by right now, which is Polaris. Right? So when CM Bay gives us the definition for more in the clock of destiny, it's the navigators of the 7 seas guided by the North Pole star. North America is closest to the stars, right? That's why North America is key, and the mothers and fathers of civilization started there because it happens to be closest to the pole, right? In the stars, you see? So now, as you can see, 3,000, 5,000 years ago, the pole was at this star right here, right? 14 to 15,000 years from now, the pole will be shifted over to Vega. You see? And this whole time is going through the Zodiac. Now, the Zodiac, you have the Zodiac that are like hands on a clock, but then you have the Zodiac that are like seconds within inside of that clock. So since this pole moves 1 degree every 72 years, right? That means that we can break down the 12 zodiacs within 72 years to where we can calculate which pole the zodiac is in every 6 years. You understand? I will post a video that I did when I was just in my office, the whiteboard lesson. I did realize in the end I messed up on the calculation. Instead of 2016, it was actually 2010 with the lineup of Aries. But I'll explain that later. Now you can understand. The difference is Polaris is 447 light years away from Earth. That's how long it takes light to reach Polaris from Earth, or the light from Polaris to reach Earth. It takes 447 years. That's a long time if you're knowing the rate of the speed of light, right? It takes 303 years. 303 light years is Thuban from Earth. But listen, Vega is only 25 light years away. It's the closest star to us, right? Now you understand why they can dig up skulls of giants and things, because the closer this pole is to these other stars, because these other stars are closer to the pole, the bigger the people get, the bigger the things get, different kinds of vegetations. You end up finding tree stumps the size of mountains and stuff like that. Why is that? It's because of the light distribution. The energy is different. This is the reason why sometimes you can read in scripture and there are people that are living 800, 900 years old, right? It's because of where the pole is in relation to these other stars, right? Right now, we happen to be farthest away because the pole is aimed at Polaris, which is the farthest star away. So we have a shorter lifespan of generally one cycle of 1 degree, which is 72 years, right? As it gets closer to the stars that are closer to the Earth, the life expectancy of the people tend to take on more cycles, 2 cycles, 3 cycles, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8 cycles. Right? This is what the scientists don't explain to you, and some of them probably don't know. It has to deal with the changes of the people on the earth and the vegetation and the lifespan has to deal with where we are in relationship here in the precession of the earth. Right? 1 degree every 72 years, 360 degrees. It takes 25,920 years to make a complete 360, right? That's what it takes, which makes the crown, the holy crown, the corona, the holy Quran, right? The Koran, the holy Quran, is the precession of the earth that forms a crown through all 3 of these major stars that are considered the 3 wise men, with the sun being Jesus. This is what they're not telling you. You understand? But I'll tell you. So notice 7 and 2, 72 years is 9. 2 plus 5 plus 9 plus 2, right? That's, if you add those numbers up, it comes back to 9 again, which is 25,920 miles. Everything is set on the number 9, 3, 6, and 12. So 12 goes into 72, 6 times, right? Or 6 goes into 72 12 times. So now we can know where we are in relationship to which zodiac every 6 years. Do you understand? So 1938, our pole entered into Aries. You see? So you move on down from that. Aries was again in 2010. Our pole moved back into Aries. Right? Aries deals with what? The planet Mars, the god of war. Notice in 1938, you had wars popping off, right? Right? Notice in 2010 what was going on, right? Then you got 6 years from that. Then it moved into Taurus. It moved into from Aries to Pisces, right? 2022, it just left out of Aquarius. The Moorish American travel document was formed in Aquarius when the pole was in Aquarius. Now the pole is in Capricorn for the next 4 years. Why is this information important? Because that information on the scale of every 6 years is how you can make predictions for a nation to build, right? Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, right? Capricorn deals with administration. It means like now is the time to get your stuff together, right? But Capricorn is also deals with breaking up associations too, meaning that people that ain't on the same frequency as you, let them go. This is that era right now because we're in Capricorn right now. You see, Saturn is ruling it. If you're not on the best conduct, if you're not disciplined right now, Saturn's getting ready to whoop the hell out of you. Right? Right? So after another 4 years, after another 4 years, we're going to be moving into Scorpio and be dealing with Scorpio energy for another 6 years, right? It's going to take us 30 years. It's going to take us until we get back into the constellation. Our pole gets back into the constellation of Leo before we can fully rise again as a nation of people. Everything we're doing right now is preparation. We got another chance. Why did the scholars of before predict that a new world was coming after 1914? Because the pole had entered Leo. So whenever the Aboriginal indigenous people of the land want to rise or need to rise, that pole is in Leo. That's why we're Judah, right? And also Leo is a constellation that's over North America, parts of North America. You see? So count 72 plus 1914, that brought us to 1986. So in 1986, you see all of the conscious rap that was coming out. You see when Farrakhan was real heated and the Muslims and all of the organizations, they was trying to kick knowledge and all of that stuff. But then they brought crack in, didn't they? Because they overstand the science. When that pole is in Leo, that is time for the Aboriginal indigenous people. They're stronger at that point when it comes to rising up, right? They know the predictions. They know that you don't know this, right? So that's what it is. So when you count it and you count the time from the now going on up, I think the year is 2054. I calculated something like that. That's when our pole is going to be back in Leo again, and when our people should be fully up, running their own government and everything, right? Depending on what we do right now, right? Otherwise, we lose again, and we still keep these diabolical people ruling us for another